Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. Today's a doozy as we have so much Street Fighter 6 new info for you. Not the least of which new characters. You can see here Blanca is fighting Ken. So those two, along with E Honda and Dalsum, have been announced today, and there is so much more to talk about. So before we get to everything else, let's start the show with the showstopper. So here we have the Mad Gear Inspirational Dance Troupe, and through the incredible power of interpretive dance, they have a message for us, and that message is, yes, Street Fighter 6 will have a beta, so we all can play the game before Street Fighter 6 launches properly. Who is going to be in this beta? Well, it's everyone from the TGS build plus Ken. So Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken, Luke, Jamie, Guile, Jury, and Kimberly. Those will all be playable, and it'll be on October the 7th, going through October the 10th. Now you notice it says closed beta test. That part's unfortunate. Not everyone's going to get in, but that means there'll probably be an open beta test in the future as well. And there is a sign-up sheet you need to fill out. I'll give you the link to that in the video description. And yes, because people always get worried, there will be a training mode in the beta, so it's going to be fun times for everyone who can get in. So that's one thing, one huge thing, but there's still so much more to talk about. So with our main TGS trailer, we learned so much of what's going on in the game. Not the least of which, the new characters. Once again, we have Ken, Dalsum, E Honda, and Blanca. And I'll make a separate video going in depth on the gameplay of them because there's so much more to speak about there. But let's focus on what we got, which is a truly crazy amount of info on the World Tour mode. I've made jokes in the past about how this is like a sequel to Mortal Kombat Deception's Conquest mode, and those aren't jokes anymore. One, hey, welcome to character creation. Yes, you can make your own character now, and it can look anything you want it to look like. Tall, short, young, old. You want weird metallic skin? Go for it. And also, you learn from the characters themselves. In World Tour, the Street Fighter characters are the masters who will teach you how to use their moves. And as you can see here, here's proper character creation. And for a Street Fighter game, which has never had character creation before ever, I would say it goes fairly in-depth. Skin tones, hairstyles, multi-threaded hairstyles with different colors of hair throughout your hair. You can be fat, you can be ripped, all points in between. There's facial deformation like a wrestling game. So they're going fairly in-depth here. You should almost certainly be able to create any given character you can dream up. You're not just getting some generic template character. So when you go through World Tour character, the character you do it with will be one of your own design. And making the characters cool enough, absolutely, right? But how about styling up your character? So you can go into the world, go into shops like it's Saints Row or something, buy your clothes, and style yourself however you please. And if you want to get more in depth, and we always do on this channel, we can look here. So not only are there options to customize your gear, you can customize your special moves for your character, your supers for your characters, your skills, and your masters, aka like Ryu or Chun-Li. You also have a bunch of stats, which the items can change. Vitality, punch strength, kick strength, throw strength, that's my favorite stat, unique attack strength, and defense. And looks like there might be a perk equipped there. It says strikes and kicks. So I guess we'll have to find out what that means later. So we take our character, we style him up, and what are we doing? Well, we're traveling through the world of Street Fighter in World Tour mode, because it's a big open world. From Hagar Stadium to all sorts of points around the world. They said it's a lot more in Metro City, like with this Japanese-themed area here, with a flying sumo wrestler in the background, yes. So E-Honda sumo headbutt flight, just maybe. Hell, maybe that's the travel mechanic. You E-Honda headbutt into the sky from location to location. However you do it, you'll definitely be traversing Metro City and the world. And heck, there actually is real travel mechanics in the game. What am I talking about? Well, have a looky here. Using yoga teleport to get past some water? Sounds good to me. How about spinning bird kick to get from one building to another? This is things your character can do. Blanca, electricity, all sorts of stuff, and then challenge people around the world. Your custom character, your custom moves, and fight people all throughout the World Tour mode on obviously a bunch of wild locations. Throughout the course of your journey, you'll meet a bunch of famous characters like Ryu, like Chun-Li, and they will teach you their moves, and from there you take their moves and use it to take on the rest of the world. Training with Blanca looks a bit rough though, because he plays for keeps. I do want to point out this though, Dalsum stops the elephant stomping with his fingers. That's actually kind of sick. So Street Fighter V launched without much in the way of content. Let's put it that way, right? And now, going from that to this is an open world single player mode. You create your own characters, you travel the world, you learn from all the famous Street Fighter characters, take their moves, take it around, all sorts of different battles. As you can see here, this is like a multi-battle. Nothing has to be just a normal one-on-one. This game's gonna go crazy. The single player content issue, I think, has been pretty handily solved. This, coming from someone on the more competitive end of things, I actually want to play the hell out of this mode. This looks really crazy. So, man, absolute home run for sure. But we still have a lot more to talk about. This is hardly it. So now let's talk about the Battle Hub. The Battle Hub is where you take normal Street Fighter and change it up just a little bit. How much so? Well, you know how bulls hit you in the middle of Street Fighter, right? Wait, bulls hitting me in the middle of Street Fighter? What's going on here? Wait a second. Mega Man, robots, danger mode. What's going on? Big balls that were bouncing around. What is all of this madness? Well, this, my friends, is Battle Hub. So the Battle Hub is so much more than a mere lobby, but it is a lobby. Don't get it wrong. Just way bigger. So one, you can take your created character from World Tour mode and you can absolutely go into the lobby with them. You can play regular online. In fact, I'm sure that's highly encouraged. Regular, normal versus, let's do it. And like Dead or Alive 4 lobbies, which were the best lobbies ever, by the way, you can see your matches on the big screen. There's areas for you to fun around with where you can take pictures, all the kind of stuff, play around, more than just 1v1 matches against another player, although certainly there's that too. One of the most interesting things here is you can play a bunch of classic Capcom games, as you can see here. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and the original Final Fight are among these. Also Magic Sword, it looks like. Gonna be a bunch of these, so not only is Street Fighter 6 its own game, it also comes with a bunch of nostalgia games you can play whenever. So a collection of classic arcade games on top of the main game, that's just a nice extra added bonus, I would say. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And once again, too, we have the character specifics, which I'll make its own video for that, so stay tuned to the channel. But we also have some news about the online, so not part of the trailers, just off to the side, but big news. Ranked matchmaking in Street Fighter 6 is based per character, not just overall league points like Street Fighter 5. So every character has their own ranking. So if you're awesome with Akuma and you kick everyone's butt, that's great. But say then you want to try Ken and then you're stuck at like Ultimate Warlord rank or whatever, right? You're not going to have a good time if it's your first time playing Ken, but against other super high ranked people, right? So now Street Fighter 5, every character is their own unique rank. So if you're truly a newcomer with the character, you'll start at a different rank entirely. So say similar like Tekken 7, something like that, and that is just great. Also, you can see we're looking at the screen right now for online. There's a few interesting things here. First off, just some of the options here, ranked and casual, and you can queue up for both at the same time like Street Fighter V, which is a great feature. Confirming opponents, checking opponents' connections, cross-play settings, because once again, Street Fighter 6 is cross-play with everything. Over here, you have a bunch of other settings here, control type, stage settings, music settings, all that. But here's the important one, side settings. So you can choose what side you want to be on, also like Tekken 7. I know some people really get up in their feelings about being on player 2 side versus player 1 side, so now you can choose your starting side online. So that's great. And that's the big news for now, because there's a lot more news coming tomorrow. So stay tuned to the channel, I'll have it all covered for you. But yeah, great times ahead for Street Fighter 6 and the FGC as a whole. The Tekken 8 stuff, that's great. Guilty Gear Strive coming to Xbox. If you didn't hear, I don't got time to make it its own video, but yeah. So crossplay for Guilty Gear Strive hits a lot harder because now it's coming to Xbox. Just good times all around. Anyways, my friends, I'm rambling at this point, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.